All right, get ready to dive deep into restaurant operations software.
I'm excited for this one.
Me too. So much to uncover. If you're listening to this, you're probably looking to make your restaurant as efficient, safe, and profitable as possible.
Exactly.
And thankfully, we got a ton of info to help you do just that.
From some of the biggest names in the game, too.
We do. Marketing materials, advice on compliance, we're looking at it all.
It's going to be great. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what tech you need.
I love that. So why don't we introduce the players first? We've got materials from Jolt, Ops Analytica, FreshCheck, and WorkPulse.
Each one with their own unique spin on things.
You really do. I'm super curious about all of them.
Me too. Should we start with Jolt?
Yeah, let's do it. From what I've seen, it seems like they're trying to be the all-in-one platform.
Yeah, like a Swiss Army knife of restaurant software.
Yeah.
Jolt has modules for basically everything, but what really caught my eye was the Jolt lists feature.
Oh, yeah, their task management system.
Mm.
It's a game changer. You can have a digital checklist for every single task.
And they emphasize that creates consistency.
Every single time.
Yeah.
And you get real-time feedback, so you know exactly what's going on.
Even when you can't be everywhere at once.
Exactly. It's such a relief.
Yeah.
And think about how much money you could save.
Oh, absolutely. If you can reduce food spoilage by even a little bit.
Even 5%. Through better temperature monitoring, that's thousands of dollars back in your pocket.
Easy. And Jolt sensors can help with that too.
Yeah, tell me more about those.
So they're constantly monitoring the temperatures of your fridges and freezers.
That takes so much worry off your plate.
Right. You don't have to constantly check things. You get alerts right to your phone if anything goes out of range.
Oh, that's so smart. It's like a little guardian angel watching over your inventory.
Exactly. And on top of that, they've got this cool labeling system.
Oh, yeah, for printing date codes.
No more messy handwriting or stickers.
I hate those stickers.
They're a pain, but this system streamlines it all.
I love that streamlining is key in this business.
For sure. And you know what else is cool? They work with some big names.
Really? Like who?
Like Dave & Buster's.
Wow, if they can handle a place like Dave & Buster's, I feel like they can handle anything.
Right.
Okay, so we've talked about Jolt. Let's move on to another contender. Ops Analytica. This one seems to be for the data lovers.
Absolutely. This platform is all about AI and predictive analytics.
Now, I have to admit, when I hear AI, I get a little intimidated. Can you break it down for me? What does that actually look like in a restaurant?
Sure. Imagine it's Friday night, your busiest time of the week.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Right. And suddenly you realize you're running low on something crucial.
That's my nightmare.
With Ops Analytica, that wouldn't happen. The software learns from your past sales data and can actually predict when you're likely to run out of ingredients.
Wow, that's wild. So no more last-minute scrambles or disappointed customers.
Exactly. And it's not just inventory. It can help with other things, too, like analyzing customer data.
Oh, interesting. What would that look like?
Like understanding preferences and trends.
Okay, yeah.
And then you can optimize your menu or your marketing.
Smart. So you're making data-driven decisions about everything.
You got it. And for those who are always on the move,
Which is all of us.
pretty much, they have a location-aware task management feature, so you can always stay in the loop.
So I can be at home, running errands, even on vacation, and still know what's happening at the restaurant.
Exactly. You can assign tasks, monitor progress, get updates all from your phone.
Amazing. All right, that's Ops Analytica. Now, onto a topic that's probably making everyone nervous just thinking about it. Food safety.
Oh, I know. It's a big one. But that's where FreshCheck comes in.
Yeah, they seem to be the champion in this arena.
They're laser-focused on food safety compliance, and their platform is supposed to be super user-friendly.
That's so important. Sometimes on a busy night, it's like all hell breaks loose.
Oh, tell me about it. And keeping up with those food safety logs is the last thing you want to think about.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
So tell me more about how FreshCheck makes it easier.
Well, for one, you can log temperatures super quickly using Bluetooth thermometers.
Okay, that's pretty efficient.
Right. No more running back and forth, double-checking things, or trying to decipher someone's handwriting.
And it's all documented properly.
Everything is time-stamped and accurate. But here's the best part.
What's that?
They've gamified it. Your staff can earn points and compete with each other while they're doing their food safety checks.
Oh, that's brilliant. Turning a tedious task into something fun.
Exactly. And it works. Their website says they've seen a 95% log completion rate.
Wow. And they claim it can save 20 to 30 minutes per shift.
And reduce food waste by 40%.
Those are some serious numbers.
It's impressive. They're not just checking boxes, they're actually helping restaurants improve their bottom line.
I love that. Okay, one last player to introduce. WorkPulse.
This one is specifically for quick service restaurants.
Interesting. What makes them stand out in that world?
Well, they focus on things like maintaining brand standards across multiple locations.
Okay, yeah, that's crucial for QSRs.
Right. They also have features for managing audits and optimizing
So
facilities.
they're all about streamlining and consistency.
Exactly. It's like having a digital operations manual that keeps everyone on the same page.
I like it.
Me too. But even with all this amazing software, it really comes down to the people using it.
That's so true. You can have the fanciest system in the world, but if your team isn't using it properly,
It's pointless.
totally.
Yeah.
So how do we make sure everyone's on board?
Building a culture of compliance is key.
So that starts with training, right?
Absolutely. Everyone needs to understand why these procedures are important.
It's not just about blindly following rules.
Right. It's about creating a safer, more efficient, and ultimately more successful restaurant.
Exactly. And training doesn't have to be boring either.
Oh, definitely not. Remember Fresh Check's gamification? That's a great example.
Yeah. What about a reward system for high compliance scores?
Ooh, I like that. Maybe a bonus, a free meal, or even just public recognition.
Love it. It's all about positive reinforcement.
For sure. And speaking of positive reinforcement, real-time feedback is huge.
Oh, yeah, that's something Jolt really emphasizes.
Yeah, it's a game changer for managers. Imagine being able to see exactly what's happening on the floor, even when you're not there.
It's like having eyes everywhere. You can track tasks, monitor temperatures, get alerts if something's wrong,
Exactly. And then you can provide support and guidance right when it's needed.
instead of waiting until the end of the shift or even the next day.
Exactly. It's about being proactive, not reactive. And, this ties into another interesting aspect, artificial intelligence.
AI still feels a little futuristic to me. How is it actually being used in restaurants?
Well, remember Ops Analytica and their predictive inventory management, that's AI in action.
So it's not just crunching numbers, it's actually using those numbers to anticipate problems and make smarter decisions.
Precisely. And it can even help personalize the customer experience. Think about a system that remembers a customer's favorite dishes or dietary restrictions.
It's like having a digital concierge for your taste buds. But let's be real, all this fancy software probably costs a fortune.
That's a fair point. But remember, investing in the right software can save you money in the long run.
True. If it helps reduce food waste, optimize labor costs, and improve compliance, it can pay for itself pretty quickly.
Exactly. But even for those on a tight budget, there are options. Remember the DIY Google Sheets approach.
Ah, yes, the good old spreadsheet. I have to admit, I was a bit skeptical at first. Can you really create a robust system using just Google Sheets?
Absolutely. Think about it. Separate tabs for daily tasks, weekly checklists, staff information. You can even use data validation to minimize errors.
So you're saying we can ditch those messy paper logs and go completely digital?
Exactly. And here's where it gets really cool. You can have your staff submit daily reports through Google Forms, complete with photos right from their phones.
Wait, photos, that's brilliant. No more arguing about whether tasks were actually completed.
The proof is right there. And if you're feeling techie, you can use Google Scripts to set up automatic notifications for things like missed checks or overdue tasks.
Now that's working smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get too carried away with all the cool features, let's talk about something really important. Data security.
Oh yes, that's crucial. Whenever you're trusting a software platform with sensitive information, you need to make sure it's secure.
So what should we be looking for?
Strong encryption is a must. Look for features like two-factor authentication too, which adds an extra layer of protection.
Right, that makes it much harder for unauthorized users to access your account. And what about data storage? Where is all this information actually being stored?
That's a great question. Don't be afraid to ask the software companies about their data storage policies and security measures. A good company will be transparent about it.
And look for platforms that undergo regular security audits by third parties. That's a good sign they take it seriously.
Definitely. Now, I know we've thrown a lot of information at you, but don't get overwhelmed.
Right, it can be a lot to take in.
Just remember, you don't have to do everything at once. Start small, focus on one area you want to improve, and choose a platform that meets your needs and budget.
And don't be afraid to experiment. The tech world is constantly changing, so what works best for you might change over time.
Exactly. Be curious, stay informed, and most importantly, have fun with it.
I love that. You know, it's easy to get caught up in all the bells and whistles of these platforms, but at the end of the day, it's important to remember why we're doing all this.
Couldn't agree more.
It's about creating a better experience for everyone, our staff, our customers, and ourselves.
Exactly. Technology should empower us, not enslave us.
It should free us up to focus on what we love about this industry. creating delicious food, providing amazing service, and building a thriving business.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
And speaking of thriving businesses, let's talk about staff training.
Oh yeah, that's crucial. They're the backbone of any restaurant.
Absolutely. Well-trained staff are more efficient, more confident, and more likely to provide exceptional customer service.
And happy staff means happy customers, which means more business.
Exactly, but let's face it, traditional training methods can be pretty dull.
Death by PowerPoint.
Right. But thankfully, technology is changing the game.
Oh, tell me more.
Well, for starters, there are platforms that offer online training modules. Your staff can learn at their own pace, whenever and wherever it's convenient.
That's great for flexibility. But what about those who need a more hands-on approach?
There are solutions for that too. Some platforms offer interactive quizzes and games to make learning more engaging.
Gamification strikes again.
It's a winner, and some platforms even use virtual reality simulations.
Wait, VR for restaurant training? That's wild.
I know, right? Imagine a scenario where you're introducing a new menu item with a specialized cooking technique.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
Instead of having your staff practice on real ingredients and risk making costly mistakes, they can put on a VR headset and practice in a virtual kitchen.
Wow, that's amazing. They can get all the practice they need without wasting any ingredients.
Exactly. And they can get immediate feedback on their performance, too.
It's like having a personal trainer right there with them.
Exactly. And it's way more engaging than watching a boring training video.
I bet. So VR is not just a gimmick, it's actually a really powerful tool for training.
Absolutely. And when staff are engaged and enthusiastic about their training, they're more likely to retain the information.
Which means they'll perform better on the job.
Exactly. It's a win-win. Now, speaking of changing the game, let's talk about online ordering and delivery.
Ah, yes, the digital dining revolution. It's no secret that more and more people are choosing to order food online.
Convenience is king these days. People are busy, and they want their food without having to leave their homes or offices.
Totally. And this trend is only going to continue to grow, so restaurants need to adapt.
Absolutely. But it's not enough to just have a basic online ordering system. You need to create a seamless and enjoyable experience for your customers.
So what are some key things to consider?
Well, first, you need to choose the right platform. There are tons of options out there, so do your research.
And figure out what fits your needs and budget.
Exactly. And think about how you're going to handle deliveries. Will you use your own staff or partner with a third-party service?
That's a big decision. There are pros and cons to both.
For sure. But once you've figured that out, you need to optimize the entire process for speed and efficiency.
Customers want their food fast.
And they want it in good condition. If they have a bad experience with your online ordering, they're unlikely to order from you again.
It's all about creating a positive and memorable experience.
Exactly. But even though we're talking about digital ordering, we can't forget about the human element.
Right. There are real people on both ends of the transaction.
So how do we maintain that personal connection in a digital world?
That's a great question. What are your thoughts?
Well, there are lots of little things you can do, like sending personalized order confirmations and thank you messages.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Or including a handwritten note in the delivery bag.
I love that idea. Or maybe offer a small freebie as a token of appreciation.
Those small gestures go a long way. They show customers that you care.
Exactly. And that's what builds loyalty. Speaking of loyalty, let's talk about customer relationship management, or CRM.
CRM is so important. It's all about getting to know your customers and making them feel valued.
And technology can play a huge role in that, especially for restaurants.
I'm all ears. Tell me more.
Well, there are CRM platforms specifically designed for the restaurant industry. They allow you to collect and manage customer data, like their dining habits and preferences.
You can create more personalized experiences.
Exactly. Imagine sending a birthday email with a special offer or a handwritten thank you note after their anniversary dinner.
Those are great examples.
A good CRM system can also help you manage customer feedback.
Oh yeah, that's crucial. We need to know what our customers are thinking, both good and bad.
Exactly. By tracking reviews and complaints, you can identify areas for improvement and address issues quickly.
That's so important for protecting your reputation.
Absolutely. And CRM can even help you identify your most loyal customers.
Those are the people you want to keep happy.
For sure. By tracking their spending and visit frequency, you can segment your customer base and create targeted marketing campaigns.
That's so smart. You're rewarding your best customers and encouraging them to come back for more.
Exactly. It's all about building those strong relationships that are the foundation of a successful business. Now let's shift gears and talk about something that's becoming increasingly prevalent in restaurants.
Automation.
Oh, yeah, the robots are coming. But seriously, how is automation impacting restaurants?
Well, we're already seeing it in many places, from self-ordering kiosks to robotic kitchen assistants.
And that trend is only going to continue. What does this mean for the future of restaurant work? Will robots eventually replace humans?
That's the big question. But I think it's important to remember that technology has always shaped the nature of work. Think about the dishwasher or the microwave.
Those were game changers.
They automated tasks that were previously done by hand, but they didn't eliminate the need for kitchen staff.
Right. They freed up workers to focus on more specialized tasks.
Exactly. And I think the same will be true of automation in restaurants. It's more about augmenting human skills than replacing them.
So it's about creating a synergy between humans and machines. Exactly. Imagine a robotic kitchen assistant handling the repetitive tasks like chopping vegetables or flipping burgers.
Then the human cooks can focus on more creative tasks like developing new recipes or interacting with customers.
That's the idea. And let's not forget that automation can help address challenges like labor shortages and rising labor costs.
That's a big one.
By automating certain tasks, restaurants can operate more efficiently and potentially lower menu prices too.
It's a complex issue with no easy answers, but I'm hopeful that automation can lead to a more sustainable and fulfilling future for restaurant workers.
It's all about embracing change, adapting to new technologies, and focusing on the skills that make us uniquely human.
So as you explore these different software solutions, keep an open mind and be willing to embrace the possibilities.
The future of the restaurant industry is exciting, and technology is going to play a huge role.
But it's up to ensure that technology serves humanity, not the other way around.
Well said. Now, let's shift our focus to data analytics.
Okay, I have to admit, data analytics isn't exactly my forte.
I get it, it can seem intimidating. But with all these new technologies, we're collecting more data than ever before. Every order, every inventory update, it's all being tracked.
But what do we do with all that data?
That's where data analytics comes in. It's about using software and statistical techniques to turn that raw data into actionable information.
So we can make smarter decisions.
Exactly. Data analytics can be used for so many things in a restaurant.
Like what?
Well, for starters, it can help you understand your customers better. By analyzing customer data, you can identify patterns in their ordering habits and preferences.
So you can make data-driven decisions about your menu and marketing.
Exactly. And it can help on the operational side, too.
How so?
By tracking metrics like table turnover rate, average order value, and food waste, you can identify areas for improvement.
It's all about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. Data analytics can even help you manage your inventory more effectively.
Tell me more.
By tracking sales trends and predicting future demand, you can avoid overstocking or running out of popular items. This can save you money and reduce waste.
Okay, that makes sense. But whenever I hear data analytics, I think of big corporations with huge budgets.
I know what you mean. But the truth is, data analytics can benefit restaurants of all sizes.
Really? Even small, independent ones?
Absolutely. You're probably already collecting data, whether it's through your POS system or your online ordering platform.
So it's not about having a fancy degree or a massive budget. It's about being willing to learn and experiment.
Exactly. Start small, focus on the data that's most relevant to you, and gradually build your skills over time.
And there are plenty of free or low-cost data analytics tools available online.
Don't let the perceived complexity hold you back. Data analytics is a powerful tool that can help you make better decisions and achieve greater success.
Okay, I'm convinced. Now let's talk about something that's close to my heart. Sustainability.
Ah, yes, sustainability. It's not just a buzzword anymore, it's a necessity.
Absolutely. Consumers are demanding that businesses step up and do their part, and restaurants have a huge opportunity to make a positive impact.
We use a lot of resources and generate a lot of waste, but we can be leaders in sustainability.
How can technology help with that?
Well, there are software solutions that can help restaurants track their energy usage and identify areas for improvement.
So instead of just guessing, we can actually measure our energy consumption and make data-driven decisions.
Exactly. These systems can monitor everything from lighting and HVAC to refrigeration and cooking equipment.
And by identifying inefficiencies, we can not only reduce our environmental impact, but also save money.
It's a win-win. And technology can also help us reduce food waste.
Food waste is a huge problem in restaurants.
It is, but there are platforms that allow us to track our inventory in real time and identify items that are approaching their expiration date. We can even donate surplus food to local charities.
That's fantastic. We can reduce waste and address food insecurity at the same time.
It's a great way for restaurants to give back. And technology can even help us source our ingredients more sustainably.
Oh, how so?
There are platforms that connect restaurants with local farmers and suppliers who are committed to sustainable practices.
So we can support small-scale, environmentally friendly farms.
Exactly. It's better for the environment, our communities, and our businesses.
So as we explore these different software solutions, let's make sure to consider their sustainability features.
Absolutely. It's good for the planet and our conscience. Now, there's one more topic I want to touch on: marketing.
Marketing is essential for any business, but it can be especially tough for restaurants. There's so much competition out there.
It's true. But thankfully, technology has given us some powerful new tools to reach our target audience.
Like what?
Well, social media is a big one. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok allow restaurants to connect with potential customers in a visual and engaging way.
We can share photos of our food, behind-the-scenes glimpses of our kitchen, even live videos of our chefs in action.
It's a great way to build brand awareness and generate excitement.
And social media advertising can be super effective too. We can target our ads to specific demographics and interests.
Exactly. And email marketing is still a powerful tool. We can use it to send newsletters, promote special offers, and invite people to events.
It's a great way to stay top of mind with our customers. And let's not forget about online review sites.
Oh yeah, online reviews can make or break a restaurant.
Positive reviews can bring in new customers, but negative reviews can scare them away. We need to monitor our online reputation carefully.
And respond to reviews, both positive and negative. It's a chance to show that you care and to gather valuable feedback.
So even though technology has given us all these new marketing tools, it's important to remember the fundamentals.
You're right. Marketing is about building relationships, telling stories, and creating experiences that people will love.
And technology can help us do that better than ever before, but we need to use it wisely.
We need to create content that's valuable and relevant to our audience. And we need to treat our customers like human beings, not just data points.
We need to use technology to enhance the human connection, not replace it.
Well said. Now let's shift our focus to finances.
Finances. The lifeblood of any business.
Without good financial management, even the best restaurant won't last long.
Thankfully, there are tons of software solutions that can help.
Absolutely. From accounting software to POS systems to inventory management tools, there's something for everyone.
So what should restaurants look for when choosing financial software?
First of all, it needs to be user-friendly. You don't want to spend hours trying to figure it out.
It should make our lives easier, not harder.
Exactly. And it should integrate seamlessly with your other systems, like your POS and payroll.
That's key for efficiency.
And make sure it offers robust reporting and analytics.
We need to be able to track our key metrics and make data-driven decisions.
And don't forget about security. Make sure the software protects your financial data.
That's a must. So what are some specific examples of how technology can help restaurants manage their finances?
Well, let's start with POS systems. Modern POS systems are so much more than just cash registers.
Oh yeah, they can do it all.
They can track sales, manage inventory, process payments, generate reports, and even integrate with online ordering.
It's like a digital command center for your entire restaurant.
Exactly. And many POS systems also offer features like CRM, loyalty programs, and employee scheduling.
That's incredible. So much power in one system.
And then there's cloud-based accounting software, which is specifically designed for the restaurant industry.
What are the advantages of using cloud-based software?
Well, it's accessible from anywhere with an internet connection.
So I can manage my finances from my phone.
Exactly. It's also more affordable than traditional desktop software, and it's automatically updated with the latest features and security patches.
That's great. But is it safe to store financial data in the cloud?
That's a valid concern. But reputable cloud-based software providers use industry-standard encryption methods to protect your data.
So our information is safe.
Yes. Now let's talk about inventory management.
Inventory can be a real headache.
Without proper management, you risk running out of key ingredients, overstocking, and losing money due to spoilage.
That's a nightmare.
But technology can help. There are software solutions that allow you to track your inventory in real time, generate purchase orders automatically, and even predict future demand.
That sounds amazing.
It is. You can make sure you always have the right amount of inventory on hand without having to count everything manually.
And avoid those costly ordering mistakes.
Exactly. Technology can also help you optimize your pricing strategies.
How so?
There are software solutions that can analyze your sales data, track your costs, and recommend optimal pricing for your menu items.
So we can stay competitive while still making a profit.
Exactly. You can even adjust your pricing dynamically based on things like seasonality and demand.
Now that's smart. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about payroll.
Payroll can be a real pain, especially if you have a lot of employees.
It's so time consuming.
But there are cloud-based payroll software solutions that can automate a lot of the tasks.
Like what?
They can track employee hours, calculate wages, withhold taxes, and even generate paychecks or direct deposits.
No more manual calculations or stacks of paperwork.
Exactly. And many payroll software solutions also offer features like time and attendance tracking, employee scheduling, and benefits administration.
It's amazing how much technology can simplify our lives.
By embracing technology, we can improve our financial operations, create a more efficient and profitable business, and maybe even have a little more free time.
I'll definitely raise a glass to that.
Me too. Now let's shift gears and talk about customer service.
Customer service is the heart of the hospitality industry.
It's what sets us apart. We can have amazing food, but if our customers don't feel valued, they won't come back.
And believe it or not, technology can actually help us improve our customer service.
Absolutely. There are so many tools available now that can help us create more personalized and memorable experiences.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Let's start with online reservation systems.
Those are essential these days.
They make it so easy for customers to book a table, and they help us manage reservations more efficiently too, so we can avoid overbooking.
And many systems offer features like waitlist management and CRM, too.
It's like having a digital maitre d'. And of course, we can't forget about online ordering and delivery.
Those have become so important, especially since the pandemic.
They allow customers to order from anywhere and have their food delivered right to their door.
It's all about convenience. But we need to make sure the experience is seamless and enjoyable.
Exactly. The ordering process needs to be smooth, the delivery needs to be prompt, and the food needs to arrive in perfect condition.
And we need to listen to our customers and use their feedback to improve.
There are so many tools now that can help us gather feedback, like online review sites, social media, and customer surveys.
We need to be proactive about seeking out feedback and addressing any issues.
And always remember to thank your customers for their business, whether they dine in, order online, or leave a positive review.
Those small gestures of appreciation can go a long way.
They really can.
You know, we've really covered a lot in this deep dive.
We have, from software specifics to the bigger picture of how tech is changing the restaurant industry.
But with all this tech talk, it's easy to forget the restaurants are about human connection.
So true technology should enhance those connections, not replace them.
Exactly. We should be using it to make the experience warmer, more welcoming for guests.
Absolutely. Even with online ordering and kiosks, there are still so many chances for personal touches.
Like a friendly greeting at the kiosk, or a handwritten note on a takeout bag.
Even a genuine thank you from the delivery driver. Little things that make a difference.
I agree. They show there are real people behind the tech, people who care.
That's what matters. And, we can also use tech to be more inclusive.
Oh yeah, like those digital menus with adjustable font sizes and multiple language options.
Huge help for guests with visual impairments or language barriers.
And online ordering that's easy to use for people with dietary restrictions.
It's all about making everyone feel welcome and comfortable.
Absolutely. And I think tech can help educate customers too.
How so?
Like using digital menus to give more info about ingredients or sourcing.
Well, that's smart. Or using QR codes to highlight sustainability efforts.
Exactly. Transparency builds trust.
It does. People want to know where their food comes from.
So as we embrace all this new tech, let's not forget the human element.
Let's use it to create better